Hello and welcome to future YouTube viewers to this video. Now, I'm a little bit late to the party here. Today's date is the 25th of July, okay? This will probably go on YouTube at the start of August. Unwoke, the job site, okay? Who knows about this? We're gonna do a double whammy, okay? We're gonna do the thing. Basically, I'm gonna do what I always do and just leech off other people's content. So I'm gonna leech off Vice first, and then we're gonna leech off an anti-SJW YouTuber, okay? So we're going full on leech mode for this. Yeah, it's like Indeed but racist. I kind of saw this and I remember thinking, oh, that's quite interesting, but I just never got around to covering it. So I figured we could do so now. So let's dig into this a little bit. Sorry about this. This chair keeps squeaking. Kind of annoying. So, Unwoke job site launches is brutally trolled and hacked immediately. Unwoke.hr was a place to list job opportunities without the burden of wokeness until people hacked it and filled it with fake listings. No new chair yet, not yet. I need to save up for some. A right-wing job recruitment site called Unwoke was immediately trolled, then defaced to display anti-racist memes and images. Unwoke.hr, a platform for listing open positions and job seeker profiles, believes that the modern workplace has become a hot pot for unchallenged radical thinking and left-wing ideology. Yeah, sure. Sure. I don't know, maybe I worked at the wrong places at the time. But the idea that like workplaces are like a hot pot for left-wing ideology. Companies will engage in progressivism to some degree, but within the frame of capitalism, within the frame of like the neoliberal paradigm that we broadly exist in, right? So this idea that it's leftist ideology that's been recuperated, okay? That's what it tends to come down to. That's what it tends to be, right? Yeah, exactly. You could get fired for being unionized in some places, right? Like, listen, maybe I missed a chapter in Das Kapital, but I fail to see what part of left-wing ideology is that you get fired if you try and unionize, okay? But anyway, look, obviously Unwoke, this is kind of what you'd expect from something like Unwoke. Anyway. And that society needs a culture of enlightenment, beauty, truth and freedom through free market initiatives, according to the site. The unwoke.hr domain was first registered in June. So we'll have a little dig around into the website shortly. Hire courageous, free-thinking and freedom-loving individuals, the site says, not ideologues whose only agenda is to weaponize your brand and business to further a radical cause. Listen, workers want to get a job to earn a living to survive. They're not trying to weaponize your brand to further a radical cause. They literally just want to get a job, okay? What's the unemployment rate now? What with COVID-19 tearing through the world? What's the unemployment rate in like America at the moment? Like, listen, it's not a what would you call the employer? The buyer, I guess, the seller. I don't know. It's not a good market for people that are selling their labour at the moment. Okay, listen, the job market. Whew, I just want to eat breakfast. Yeah, exactly. It's incredible to me that the complete lack of understanding of what's happening at the moment. 11.1% unemployment. And he thinks that people are like trying to find a job to push their... Nah, they just want to be able to eat. They don't want to starve to death or have the house repossessed or whatever. They want to be able to pay their rent to their landlord. Incredible. Okay, anyway, let's continue. Because there's addictions they let alone build a website for, and because the site... What's coming next? Because the site didn't verify CVs or listings before anyone is able to post them. Yeah, that's an error. That's a mistake right there. That's a mistake. You don't want to be doing that, okay? I wonder if they thought that like lefties aren't really into like the trolling thing, so maybe we don't need to do that. I don't know. That's being a bit silly maybe, but anyway, people immediately started trolling the site with fake profiles, which made it the perfect recruitment platform for those looking to hire a big chungus. Look, I was sleeping on the job, and then he's put the Navy SEALs copy pasta. Oh my god, this is so good. That's incredible. Listen, the Navy SEALs copy pasta is a really old meme, but people keep finding new contexts that keep it alive. So like putting in like a job advert on this Unwoke website. Sorry, I'm losing it a bit. Let's continue. Another pee-pee poo-poo man, professional fuck-up, farty fart, and cringy white supremacist incel also feature on the site terrible talent pool. Look, dick sucker, nut eater, designer, designer, fuckface, professional racist. Oh my god. Oh, this is too good. Dick sucker, $200,000 a year. Oh, this is... Oh my god. Listen. Professional racist, 14 years experience saying the N-word. Oh my god, this is so good. Ben Shapiro's underage, and you can't see the rest. 12 years experience rubbing goblin feet. Unwoke waker. Poking, prodding, kicking, screaming. Within 30 minutes of Unwoke getting attention on Twitter, someone hacked the site to display a crossed-out swastika, and then the big Chungus video game meme, rendering the whole platform unusable. Oh my god. Oh, this is good. This is some good stuff, okay? This is great praxis right here. Oh. The YouTube link on unwoke.hr redirects to a right-wing YouTuber called Mr. Regan, whose videos included offensive keeping Confederate statues and the left-wing plot to cause a race war in America. His most recent videos include links for unwoke.hr in the description. In a week where we've seen at least 3 open letters deriding and responding to the idea of political correctness as sickness of internet discourse, Unwoke HR's dog whistling about diversity quotas and left-wing ideology aren't subtle. Like far-right social media network Gab, which started as an alternative to mainstream social media and was quickly ruled by white supremacists, these sites calling for less accountability for people's problematic actions aren't sneaky anymore. They're just dumb and deserve to be trolled, sure. I've reached out to unwoke.hr to ask what they plan to do about Dick Sucker and Nut Eater on their platform. What's this? An update from the creators of Unwoke. We understand that very small but loud group of people have taken serious offence by the Unwoke platform. I love the way that when like righties get trolled, right, and they get absolutely mocked to death, they're like, huh, offended much? Are you triggered? Are you triggered? And it's like, nah, we're taking the piss out of you. It's funny. We find this funny, okay? All of us are laughing at you. Huh, you triggered much? You triggered much, liberal? You triggered? As he shovels his own shit into his mouth. The stench of shit emanating from it. Huh, you triggered? You triggered? No, you're ridiculous. You're eating your own shit. The Wojak mask, yeah, sure. Look. We don't care. Love it. We just find it jaw-dropping that so many people in this particular line of work, destruction, have been shouting for years about establishing hiring processes where the ethnicity of a person is masked. Now, when we've created it, their heads suddenly explode because of how racist it is. It makes one wonder how dedicated to the principles there really are. Rhetorical question. To Vice Media, please remove your statements linking us to white supremacists, calling us dumb and deserving of being trolled to death. No, the website deserves to be trolled to death, not the person. Oh my god, how dishonest. How would you get trolled to death? Fail to do so and you have a nice defamation suit coming your way. Trust us, serving you would be an absolute joy. Oh my god, this is so cringy. To our users, thank you for our unimaginable level of support. The amount of love letters are in the thousands. Oh my god, we've already seen that meme today. We've already seen that meme today. The amount of love letters are in the thousands, and we're working diligently to reply to each and every one of you. Some people out there, including media outlets, would like to have you believe we've had a rocky start. We not only disagree, the whole notion is false. First of all, we weren't hacked, we were XSS attacked. Second, the email leak wasn't really a leak. That wasn't mentioned. Hey, Wizards Breadbook, the fields were killed than the reals. You apparently get, I don't know. We built the entire Unwoke platform over a weekend to see if a concept like this would stick, so of course there were flaws, but the trolls did us a favour by exposing... Yeah, this is it. Actually, like getting mercilessly mocked for a week, you did us a favour, so thanks. Then they put our findings on social media so we could fix everything immediately. Just brilliant work. Free lunch as far as we're concerned, so stay tuned, a lot of new and exciting updates coming soon. What have we learned? Nothing. It confirms what we already knew, that the people shouting are incapable of creation and only capable of destruction. And that a platform like Unwoke is desperately needed and desperately feared by the same people who seek to destroy it. Is a platform secure? Yes. Brilliant. Oh, right. I can't actually log into it. Pretty amazing. I mean, to be honest, there might well just be people are putting stuff on this website because, like, that's what I mean. There's barely anything on there. There's more here actually. Oh, that's it. But you can get a job. You can get a job at Unwoke. Incredible. I mean, listen, on face reflection, it seems fine, but you know, obviously the whole woke unwoke thing, we know what that means. You know, it's like woke is like a nebulous term that's used to apply to anything. You know, often as like an insult in some way. You know, the idea of being unwoke is like, where's there is there like a about or something about us? I mean, look, you say it's innocent enough. The first thing is the modern workplace has become a hotpot for unchallenged radical thinking and left-wing ideology. Like, come on. How can you say, like... I understand on the face of it, it looks okay. But come on. Then you look at that. Like, I know what you mean. When it's like you're just looking at the job adverts, it just looks like a normal website. Wait. Hang on. Do you, Wait, I think there's one black person right at the back here. You can just about... They could be black and they could be white. I can't really tell. But they're resigned to the back of the image. They don't want any black people front and centre of this thing. No way. They're doing the photo shoot and a black guy walks in. They're like, yeah, can you go and sit in the back over there? And then they're speaking to the photographer and they're like, can you blur out that dude at the back? What, you mean the black guy? Yeah, yeah, that guy. Blur him out. I don't want him. Okay, sure, no problem. Incredible. We'd like to thank you for using Unwoke and remind you of something important. Don't interrupt your competition when they are making a mistake. Let them fill their diversity quotas. Let them exhaust their resources, efforts and reputation on being woke. Let them posture about their so-called virtues. Let their employees walk on eggshells in their bubble-wrapped offices. Has this person ever worked in an office before? Let them think they are changing the world for the better. Let them think they are counterculture. Let them issue public apologies in commercials and on Twitter for the crimes of simply existing. For improving the lives of billions through their service and innovation, employing millions of people, contributing immeasurably to the local and global economy, raising billions out of poverty, they have nothing to be sorry for, but they've chosen the path they're on. So we urge you to calmly sit back, relax, and watch your woke competition implode as they do their hiring based on skin colour, ethnicity, origin, gender identity, rather than merit. Watch the quality of their goods, brands and services suffer as a result. While you base your hiring decision on seeking out the best, brightest, smartest, whitest, it doesn't say whitest, but you know, and most competent employees you can find. People from all walks of life who above all else value the truth, hard work, freedom and the pursuit of happiness. You have nothing to be sorry for. We thank you for your innovations, services and contributions to advance the human conditions. We're looking forward to working with you to keep your business running in top form without being destroyed from within by grievance politics and divisive influencers. What are they talking about? Oh my god, this is incredible. The manufactured agreements that are black people working in the same office as them. Okay, so listen, I feel like in the past sort of 20 minutes or so, we have done quite a robust, overview looking into this thing, right?
Today I bring you another tale from...
Oh my god. So listen, we're back at Mr. Obvious. There's a few people that have made videos about this, but Mr. Obvious is hands down the biggest cringe lord that I've covered recently. So we're coming back to Mr. Obvious, all right? Isn't he an actual neo-Nazi? I mean, listen, like 50 to 70% of anti-SJW YouTubers are or on their way to be. So, you know. In fact, it would be quicker to establish it would be quicker to list which of the anti-SJW YouTubers aren't an actual neo-Nazi, to be honest with you, okay? Okay, so let's get into this, alright? So look, I love the framing of this. Unwoke.hr triggers the left. Like, shit posting and trolling, like, isn't being triggered. It's just, like, mocking. Do you know what I mean? They're so desperate to frame it with how they're used to framing it, which is the left of the triggered snowflakes. Even when it's not applicable, they still do it. Incredible. Let's check this out. Okay, let's wait for this to... Yep. How about the weather today, hey?
What if I told you that companies have finally started to notice how the woke left has been hijacking companies, destroying good brands, and generally turning a lot of people against products?
Wait. Hang on. Hijacking companies? That sounds pretty based. To be honest with you. That sounds pretty damn based. Listen, lefties hijacking companies. Let's go. Come on.
Someone has created an Unwoke job board specifically for companies to hire people that just want to work and not be activists. And it's awesome. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, and today on the internet, we're going to talk about Unwoke.hr. It's a brand new website for job seekers and employers who don't want to hire some woke liberal SJW who's going to ruin their company, destroy their brands, and hijack everything. We've seen this happen at so many companies. They get infiltrated by the woke left and, you know, the type, those left-wing activists who are always talking about some sort of extreme or crazy movement. Oh, we've got to abolish the police. Oh, climate change. We need to stop all pollution. Yeah, that means you will lose your job, but it's okay. Oh, we got to fire all the straight white men and only hire women and minorities.
Wait, hang on. Infiltrated by leftists, only not hiring straight white men. This is just like, these people don't live in like any sense of reality. Companies that tend to engage in this sort of thing, it doesn't come from the bottom up. It tends to come from the top down, right? And it's a recognition of the fact that generally, you know, there's an understanding or a belief that by engaging in this behaviour, it'll improve their bottom line. It will increase the amount of money that they're making. Because that's what companies care about at the end of the day. That's what companies are concerned with. They're concerned with making money. And whilst it's possible for companies to like sometimes make mistakes, generally speaking, actions that they take broadly can be attributed to that goal. Okay, you know, high level decisions, marketing, stuff like that. You know, for companies, the Black Lives Matter stuff, for example, is just a marketing exercise for them. That's it. That's what it is. You know, they're not deeply invested in the plight of police brutality in America and black people. They just worried about the bottom line. So if people make this critique of like the woke companies, well, that's like a critique of like capitalism and liberalism, you know. Anyway, let's continue.
These are the kinds of people that have been coming out of college in droves. You see, after being brainwashed in these modern-day indoctrination centers, they go out to these companies and then they take them over, they hijack them, they infiltrate them like a cult, and then what do we see? We see all these brands, all these products, and all these companies going woke. Now, some of them go broke, a lot of the products fail. Nobody likes SJW products most of the time. Because
what does he mean by SJW products? What, like your TV's an SJW thing? Does it come with like a rainbow flag painted on the back and pink hair on the top? What is an SJW product? That doesn't make any sense. Listen, there's lots of companies over here that have been engaging in like this kind of this behavior, I guess you could call it. Their products are still the same as they were before, right? They're not all of a sudden SJW. I mean, listen. Sure, I mean, you can point to Ghostbusters because it had Woms in, right? Whatever. But, like, the idea that, like, this is because of infiltration. No, this is because the companies that made those films thought that making them in the way that they did would mean optimum profit, optimum returns at the box office. Dishonored 2! Dishonored 2, brilliant, I love it. I have an SJW laptop, and it owns, whenever I click an alt-right video, it makes loud klaxon sounds to warn me. Incredible.
Because the writing is usually bad, the characters are bad, etc. I mean, if I had to think of a few things...
Why is he framing products, and this dipshit Cyberfrog is doing it too? Why are we framing products as like movies and films and stuff like that? Like, these are things we interact with seldomly. I mean, some people watch more movies than others, you know, but you can just watch the ones that you like, and if you don't like the woke stuff, I guess just ignore the other ones. But when someone says like they're infiltrating companies and pushing out SJW products, like, I don't know, I would presume they're talking about like a product I would use in my everyday life, you know, like a mobile phone or a TV, or groceries, you know, or a loaf of bread, or some chocolate spread, or energy drinks. Do you know what I mean? We're framing it as these movies. These people have got an axe to grind about the woke movies that they hate. So what they're doing is this person is finding another way to shoehorn that dialogue tree in there. Do you know what I mean? Even though, like, it's not even really particularly relevant in this case. Like, it's not like the Unwoke job board is hiring for like Hollywood producers. It's hiring for like office workers and stuff like that.
You know, the Star Wars franchise, sadly, D&D, Magic the Gathering, The Last of Us 2. I mean, the list goes on and on. How many companies have been ruined by these woke nut jobs? But no more. The Unwoke Jobs Creation Board is here, and we're going to talk all about it and more. Because apparently the website was also hacked because left-wingers are losing their minds over this website. And they're also beginning to find people's identities and create blacklists. Oh, gotta love those leftists. So friendly. But before we do...
Yeah, leftists have got to be friendly, apparently. I love the way that, like, when I first heard about this struck me as, you know, like when 4chan was actually kind of funny and irreverent, and you know, wasn't just a hive of neo-fascists. They used to do raids and stuff. And listen, some of the jokes they engaged in were fairly edgy. Okay, I'm not going to deny that. But like, I used to love that stuff back when I kind of used 4chan quite a lot. And yeah. This reminded me of the old days of 4chan, and what the point I'm getting to here is that, do you think if 4chan had done something like this, but like the other way round, and it was aimed at like some, you know, there's a website called Woke, and 4chan put loads of like ads on and stuff like that, and trolled it and hacked it and whatever, do you think this person would describe the right as being triggered for attacking that website? I don't think so. I think not. I think it would be like, yeah, got him, it's so funny, blah blah blah. But when it's reversed, and it's the other way round, and it's actually lefties that are engaging in the memeing and the mocking and the trolling and the shitposting, all of a sudden lefties are painted as triggered. Do you see what I mean? Because these people are so desperate to cling on to this narrative that they've painted for years, that lefties are like the triggered woke SJWs, they're super tolerant. Hence when they're like, oh, that's not very tolerant, oh, that's not very nice what you're doing. They're not used to lefties acting like that. Do you see what I mean?
If you're new to the channel, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit the bell button for notifications for more content. And if you like this video, please consider giving it a share. And now, a quick word from this week's sponsor.
Zuck the cuck drinks water like a duck, but he also drinks your data. So tell him and Google to shove your data up their schwing-schwangs by downloading the Brave browser. It's free, blocks online advertising.
I don't normally watch adverts, but this one's pretty funny.
If you want to see them, and you give cryptocurrency.
Anyway, listen.
Don't let Zuck use you to make a
Wait. Oh my god. Mark Zuckerberg, famous communist. Oh my god. Listen, it's a counter shill anyway. Don't forget the rules. If I see an advert, I'm allowed to self-suck and shill, okay? So listen, don't buy whatever this dude's selling. Subscribe to the Chud News Network. Okay? Ah yes, those billionaire communists, exactly. Mark Zuck, famous redistributor of wealth, yeah. Anyway, let's finish watching this advert.
Download Brave by clicking on the link down below.
And we're back. So, we've got to talk about Unwoke.hr. Now, I would love to tell you that this site launched with massive success and, was immediately the biggest success story in the world. Unfortunately, left-wingers got mad, and what did? They hacked the website. Here you can see on Vice.com. Unwoke job site launches is brutally trolled and hacked immediately. Unwoke.hr was a place to list job opportunities without the burden of wokeness, until people hacked it and filled it with fake listings. So, the website gets created, and these same left-wing activists that the site is mocking...
They didn't just hack it and fill it with fake listings. The fake listings were allowed because the website didn't have the right protocols in place to prevent and check things that were being listed.
And telling people to stay away from, hack the website. And mad they were. Because here you can see on the website itself, Unwoke.hr, hire thinkers, not activists. Hire courageous, free-thinking, and freedom-loving individuals, not ideologies, whose only agenda is to weaponize your brand and business to further a radical cause. Woo, wow. Be anonymous. List your resume anonymously and be contacted by unwoke companies looking to hire. So whoever created this was clearly a very, very smart person. They tried to create a system to avoid doxing. And if
they were a smart person, they let it so that nothing was being checked. Anyone could upload anything they wanted. Anyone could upload anything they wanted, okay? That's how it was set up. So, this idea that like they're a very smart, big-brained person, when in fact, they didn't do the most base level setting up of their website correctly is honestly incredible, okay? Yeah, we were looking at earlier. There was listings for all sorts of stuff. I was almost in tears laughing at some of the stuff. My favourite one was the professional racist job to job, and like in the experience, it said like saying the N-word. That was a good one.
Through this website, it seems like the website has been either fixed a little bit, or these may be fake listings. I'm not entirely sure. They also have this hashtag I'm out. Quit your woke company. Tell your story using the hashtag I'm out, and give others the courage to follow your lead. Let's bankrupt the woke. Hashtag no strike. Hashtag I'm out. So I really like this.
Look. This is Rightoid direct action. We're looking at it, okay? Leave your woke company. Hashtag I'm out. Brilliant. Incredible. Oh my god, I'm so glad I covered this. This is brilliant. Okay, come on, let's continue.
Hashtag I'm out. I may add that to the title. And I really like this website. So, we need to talk about the hacking, of course. So let's go back to Vice, and it says, Unwoke.hr was a place to list job opportunities without the burden of wokeness, until people hacked it and filled it with fake listings. So, this was the left wing's response to this website. They got so triggered, so angry, and so mad that they hacked it. And I don't actually know if it was a hack, but they trolled it with fake posts. So you can see a picture of Big Chungus.
Look at the Big Chungus. Oh my god. Oh, sorry. I can't help myself. This is too funny. Okay, let's continue. Come on.
Congratulations, last year wants their meme. The article originally appeared on Vice US. A right-wing job recruitment site called Unwoke was immediately trolled, then defaced to display anti-racist memes and images. So notice how they immediately slander the...
By the way, for those of you that don't know, for new viewers to the channel, okay? For new viewers to the channel, Listen again.
So notice how they...
Did you hear him put it down? He's actually gone out. I'm going to point this out every time. He's gone out and bought a horn in order to do that sound effect. You know, it's not even like he's just gone online and found a way to play a clown effect on his computer. He's actually gone out of his way to go and buy a physical, in real life, horn, okay?
Immediately slander the website as right-wing. You do realize that you don't have to be a right-winger to be tired of the wokeness, to be tired of these insane left-wing activists who shit up these companies and ruin them. Do you know how many brands, SJWs, and these woke leftists have ruined? It's literally countless. Unwoke.hr, a platform for listening...
Okay. Can you list a few then? If it's countless, would you mind listing a couple of those, perhaps? I mean, if there's so many that it's countless, what companies have been ruined? What companies have been ruined? I mean, as I say as well, a lot of this stuff comes from the top down, not the bottom up. It's not like you get like a job, if you can call it that, as like an intern, right? And then all of a sudden you can demand the board start doing woke stuff, like tweet out about Black Lives Matter, you know?
Open positions and job seeker profiles believes that the modern workplace has become a hotpot for unchallenged radical thinking and left-wing ideology. Yeah, that sounds about right. And that society needs a culture of enlightenment, beauty, truth, and freedom through free market initiatives. Imagine thinking this is a bad thing. You're obviously a communist. According to the site, the Unwoke.hr domain was first registered in late June. They go on to quote their mission statement, and it says, it encourages hiring managers to watch your woke competition implode for hiring diverse staff. You know what? No, it's true. You know, I've said this for a while now, but diversity is not the reason that companies are going to fail and that products are going to fail. Forced diversity, toxic diversity is the reason that these companies and products will fail. You see, affirmative action means that you don't hire the best person for the job. You're hiring...
Wait. How is it forced diversity? Forced diversity normally means that, like, countries are forced to import people. Well, it's actually forced on the people. So governments will import brown people, you know, from other countries. So they say, and enforce that on the population. But now, like, hiring practices are being called forced diversity. Like, I don't know. That's an interesting way of putting it. Toxic diversity. Yeah. Toxic diversity. Yeah.
Hiring based on characteristics, and mind you, discriminating based on superficial characteristics is supposed to be illegal. You know, I've read about HR, I've read about these things, I've read about the law. And if you were to only hire, for example, white people or Asian people or any other kind of person, the government would probably say that you're doing something illegal. So why is it that when companies use affirmative action...
That dude's still messaging me. He says thanks for sharing the job board. Imagine thinking that showing the job board in this light is a good thing. He says he just did 500. Wait, hang on, I'll show you at the end. It's so funny.
Action and hire specific minorities, that's not considered discrimination. It is. And not only that, you're not hiring the best person for the job, you're hiring someone who happen to have the right physical characteristics. So what that means is there's no meritocracy, and you usually end up with a underqualified staff. So hey, maybe the diversity isn't the problem, it's the forced diversity. That's the problem. Hire the best person for the job. If they happen to be diverse, hire them. Why not? But if they're not the best person for the job...
Yeah. That's basically what affirmative action is. That's basically what affirmative action is. He doesn't even know. Basically what it is if you have two CVs in front of you, okay, the idea is... And listen, is it like the perfect solution? Not necessarily. But in any case, you know, the idea is that you will take on, if you have two people that are equally qualified, you will take on the person from a background that has traditionally been marginalised heavily in employment by society, right? The idea is that you're trying to redress the balance of historic oppression that people have faced, okay? So... Yeah, that's all it is. If they're from a diverse background, that's essentially what it is, right? And yeah, listen, the problem with like the meritocracy thing, it's extremely complicated because if someone is brought up in an environment where they haven't been given the very best opportunities that perhaps other people have, and obviously with like racial disparity around poverty and stuff like that, to suggest that it should just be, it's a very complicated issue. And like I say, is it like the perfect fix? No, there's like more work to be done, sure, but these people just dismiss it offhand, clearly without understanding it, because he's given essentially a fairly simple description, which more or less aligns with what the principle behind this stuff is, which is if someone has got the same qualifications as like a white person and a marginalized background, you should hire them. Because it's also not only to try and redress the balance from history, okay, but there is an inherent bias that's been evidenced in a number of studies where HR departments and so on will naturally gravitate towards like white sounding names. Yeah, exactly, Butch Enby, that's precisely what I'm talking about. Exactly. So yeah, hiring recruiters and stuff will trend towards white sounding names, and that has been proven in numerous studies. So listen, it was in the back of my mind. But yeah, it's always worth putting the message out just in case I don't mention it. But that is important to mention. So yeah, it's also trying to push back against what the natural response is in someone's head, which is to trend towards more white names. So yeah, it's very complicated. It's extremely complicated. Yeah, it's difficult.
Maybe you shouldn't hire them. Of course, left-wingers are raging. Oh, this is an outrage. How could they do this? Because this is happen to be diverse, hire them. Why not? But if they're not the best person for the job, maybe you shouldn't hire them. Of course, left-wingers are raging. Oh, this is an outrage. How could they do this? Raging. Oh, this is an outrage. Because this is a ridiculous thing to say, let alone build a website for, and because this because Because this is a ridiculous thing to say, let alone build a website for, and because the site didn't verify CVs or listings before anyone is able to post them, people immediately started trolling the site with fake profiles, which made it the perfect recruiting platform for those looking to hire Big Chungus. You know what, I figured they didn't actually hack the website. Left-wingers aren't elite hackers. You know who is an elite hacker? Those crazy 4chan guys, right? The basket-weaving Mongolian forum? Yeah, those guys are hackers. These people are not.
Oh my god! You know who does do hacking? Anonymous. Do you see what I mean? That proves my point. Absolutely proves my point. That if this was like some 4chan op, they'd literally be, he'd be sucking himself dry over how brilliant 4chan are. And it was actually hack. Well, I don't know if it was a hack, but they basically changed it so the Big Chungus came up as the main page. But yeah, incredible. Literally proving my point. I love it.
Than this are even hackers. Okay, I mean, posting fake profiles and job listings, yeah. Good, great on you. Yeah, you accomplish nothing. As you can see here, some of the trolling.
So mad.
It says, I will sleep on the job, and then it has a Navy SEALs copy pasta. Totally original. You see, the left can't meme. It's a joke about how left-wingers are not very good at making memes. Their memes aren't funny. Their memes aren't dank. Their memes suck. So when is the complete Navy SEALs?
The memes aren't dank. Now listen. If you got together a group of scientists, a group of the 20 finest scientists in the world, and you put them into a lab with the sole intention of creating the biggest, most cringe phrase you could possibly have ever in the history of time, they would fail to come up with a phrase as cringe as their memes aren't dank. That's just a fact, okay?
Copy pasta meme. Another is, quote, PP Poo Poo Man. 20 years of experience in fintech. Professional F up. Farty fart. And then cringy supremacist incel. Also feature on the site. Horrible talent.
That's funny. That's good memes.
You can clearly see that left-wingers have a wonderful imagination. Everyone who doesn't want to deal with their bullshit, they think is a supremacist or an incel. I think that maybe you're just annoying. You know, if anyone's tired of the wokeness, it's got to be these left-leaning liberals who are themselves moderate, but find themselves in the company of these insane people with extreme ideology. Trust me, the modern day...
These insane people with extreme ideology. They created a company, a job title called Fuckface. Just operating off pure ideology here.
Left is not moderate at all. So you can see some of these here. You know, they're very... Oh my god.
There is again the clown horn.
Okay, so that's intentionally hilarious. I love how they put it in gaming. Okay. 4chan, is this a 4chan post? You gotta tell me this, man. Like, there's no way. That is too funny. Left-wingers are not funny.
I love the fact that he can't possibly contend with the idea that a lefty's done this actual pretty funny one for him. I mean, I found it really funny as well, okay? And he immediately, in his mind, it can only be funny if a 4chan incel has done it, you know? But no, this is exactly the kind of meme that I would expect from a lefty. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, man. Yeah. You see, the woke left thinks that all gamers are bigots because only bigots can be gamers. We all know
True.
this. You know, I really love how Vice thinks that calling someone a right-winger is a slur. That, you know, they're truly full and run... See, Vice is a perfect example. They're a woke company. They hire woke staff, and they become completely insane because of it. They're literally run by communists. You know, the people we fought against to stop tyranny from taking over this free country. They're basically just really mad that, oh no, companies are finally getting tired of their crap and pushing back. In the week when we've seen at least 3 open letters writing or responding to the idea of political correctness as a sickness of internet discourse, including 2 big rage quits from Andrew Sullivan and Barry Weiss, Unwoke.hr's Douglas.
Listen, every single gamer is a white supremacist, okay? Every single one of them. At any moment, okay, is primed through their operator, PewDiePie. Much like the Manchurian Candidate, at the right sentence, if you say the right combination of words to them, which has been primed into their brain by PewDiePie, they will say the gamer word, okay? Every single gamer has the hidden programming within their brain, put there by PewDiePie. The gamer word, they're primed to say it. That's just a fact, okay?
About diversity quotas and left-wing ideology aren't subtle. And then, you know, they go on to slander Gab, slander alternative media, and call everyone evil bigots. They go on to say they're just dumb and deserve to be trolled to death. Shut up, you're cringe, you're pansies, you're soy boys and cucks. Communism is an illness, yes. Wokeness is an illness, yes. Political correctness is a sickness, yes. All of these things are true.
God.
People are finally waking up. And I'm telling you, folks, red pills and red pilling has become more common. People are waking up. And the only way to wake up is to become unwoke. Now, I could not leave this story off without touching upon the fact that left-wingers are attempting...
The only way to wake up is to become unwoke. Imagine the mindset where cuck is the worst insult you can come up with. Yeah, I know. Luigi is a well-known fascist war criminal. What is going on here? I look away from chat for 1 second, and I look back, and the message I see is Luigi is a well-known fascist war criminal. Okay.
To docs Unwoke.com's users. Okay, so Linda Dong. I'm gonna be an adult. I'm gonna be an adult. You know you want to make a joke. Do it. I can't, folks. I just can't. You know.
Okay. This dude has just spent the past however long saying about how the left can't meme. And then he sees someone with the surname of Dong. And he makes this little bit about how he wants to make a joke out of it. Okay. But apparently it's the left that can't meme. Whereas you're making shitty jokes about someone having a surname Dong. That's the absolute top tier of memeing, I guess. I don't know. Kind of ridiculous, but there we go.
I'm not going to make a joke here. Okay, we're going to be mature adults. Linda Dong goes on to say, so Unwoke just reveals applicants' emails in their HTML. So I track them down, all the designers and their work, into a do not hire sheet. All of these design portfolios could use a lot more merit. Half of the applicants are fake at unwoke.hr accounts. So this person is doxing and blacklisting the designers who worked on this website. First of all, I don't think that's fair, okay? A designer is not responsible for the contents of a website they create, that's just their job. They got hired to do it. Why would you punish them? Oh, I know why. Because you're a leftist. You're a woke, insane person. You're sick and you're toxic. And they're also trying to dox the applicants themselves, as far as I understand it. So I believe the website was down for maintenance. I do believe the website is functional now. They removed it. And just another post from the website.
I mean, yeah, I don't know if I agree with that. That seems a bit much. That seems a little bit much. They chose the job though, and the stuff is generally done on a commission basis. I don't know about that. Like, listen, laugh and mock and take the piss out of people, but like, I don't know. Like, is everyone that is applying for a job on Unwoke like a turbo racist? Like, I don't know. Seems a bit much. Like, literally, all you know is that they've applied for a job on this website. Yeah, Joe, I'm with you on that one. They're just like, I disagree with that. I'm against that. Okay, I'm gonna say it.
Don't interrupt your competition when they are making a mistake. Let them fill the diversity quotas. Let them exhaust their resources and efforts and reputation on being woke. Let them posture about their so-called virtues. Let their employees walk on eggshells in bubble-wrapped offices. Let them think they are changing the world for the better. Let them think they are the counterculture. Let them issue public apologies in commercials and on Twitter for the crimes of simply existing. For improving the lives of billions of people through their services and innovations, employing millions of people, contributing immeasurably to the local and global economy, raising billions out of poverty. They have nothing to be sorry for, but they have chosen the path they are on. So we urge you to calmly sit back, relax, and watch your woke competition explode. Okay? People have had enough. Now, as far as I know, Unwoke.com is a first of its kind. But it is something we desperately need. A place for companies that don't want to deal with these left-wing, woke SJWs and snowflakes. And a place for real conservatives and simply liberals who are tired of the nonsense to get a good job and not have to deal with woke politics or the woke disease. Unwoke.hr.
The woke disease. Why do these people never explain what they mean by woke as well? Like, it's just such a strange word. Like, what does it even mean? Yeah, listen, nondescript. This is exactly what we were saying earlier. People aren't looking for jobs. Listen, the power is in the court of the company, okay? The power is in the court of the company. People are not looking for jobs to try and twist the company into some sort of woke thing. They just want to eat. Right? Especially with unemployment being what it is at the moment. So the idea that people are joining companies, it's just this person clearly has got no insight into the jobs world. Like, he doesn't understand it. He doesn't get it, clearly. Like I think they said they're a YouTuber or something.
Oh boy, how exciting. So there you have it, folks. People are tired of the wokeness. But that's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this story?
There we go.
Leave a comment down below in the comment section. As always, if you like the channel and want to support the work I do, you can join me on Patreon or Subscribestar. Joining will give you access to a private Discord server.
Okay, anyway, you get the gist. That's the end of the video. So yeah, let's just wrap things up. So obviously, ridiculous video. As always. I always say that, I think. Ridiculous video. Completely... The whole unwoke thing, completely oblivious to the realities of what it's like for job seekers looking for work. They don't care about this woke, unwoke nonsense. You know, the only people that care about it are these rightoids, I would guess. You know, these morons. But people are looking for work, they want to eat. Unemployment's high at the moment. COVID's screwed everything up. So yeah. And just, again, the final point I want to make on this is the hilarity in the fact that they just can't handle it when lefties are the ones that are doing the trolling and the shitposting, and they have to try and paint it like, oh, the lefties are triggered, because that's all they've got to rely on, you know? And it's quite telling. It's quite telling that the one joke that he found amusing, he had to attribute it to like 4chan or something, because, and it's exactly like I said, if 4chan were doing this sort of stuff, it would be cheered on, but because it's lefties, oh, they're woke, they're triggered, etc. So yeah, that's it basically.